Booze and Banter, the Cocktails and Nonsense podcast with Dan and Travis, brought to you by CommonwealthCocktails.com.
I think we should start off by explaining that I'm Travis, and I'm an American, and you're...
I'm Dan. Originally, I'm an Englishman, but I became half German midway last year. I've lived in Germany now for almost 9 years, and because of the whole Brexit deal, which I forgot to vote on, which I would have voted against, by the way.
Yeah, that way you could say...
I'm not a lovey, but I would have voted against it. It's just an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Right. So just to be clear, we've been talking for a while about doing a podcast to promote the cocktail website that Travis, a software engineer, has single-handedly created, and I'm the content man.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right.
So what are we going to do tonight then, Travis?
So I don't know. It's in German. So we got a whiskey tasting kit.
A little whiskey tasting thing from Scotland, I should point out, but bought from a German company. So everything's described in German. And we've got 5 whiskeys. So we've got Tee Big. So the Tee Big, like tea in many languages is tea. You know? Yeah. It's a Gaelic whiskey.
Oh. How do you say Gaelic in German? Gaelic?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think they bothered coming up for a word like that.
No.
It's a blended one. I'll go through it because that obviously looks like the starter of the pack because it's a blended. Then you go on to the McNamara, which is also a blended. All right, so they're all blended. Wait, but we go up in years now. So now we come to the Poi Dub. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but
they didn't pay us to review it, so we don't have to pronounce it correctly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't know who we are.
So wait, the first one's just Tay.
Is the first one,
how do you spell the first one?
I want to say Tay Big, Bahig. I don't know, man. I think we should have done our research. If we'd done our research, I could have just watched a YouTube video of someone pronouncing it in Scottish, repeated what he said, and impressed his company. But you know what? If you're going to make it a silly name, I'm sorry if it's an important name. Or like an important.
What's it be like the number one Scotch in the world, and you're just like shitting all over it?
Couldn't be. I don't think any blended.
I don't think any
blended could be, but blended can be good.
I'm gonna go.
No. But let me just get to this one because the third one's an 8-year-old Poi Dub. I want to say Point Dub. I'll just say whatever I want. Then we've got a 12-year-old Point Dub. They're all blended malt Scotch whiskies, by the way. And then we've got a 21-year-old. So we've got a 21-year-old whiskey here, right here. So
do we really?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I think we should also point out we know nothing about this stuff. Like,
no, nothing. I mean, I'm a whiskey enthusiast.
This podcast, this website, it's all so that we can improve ourselves and our ability to drink, right?
And to talk shit.
Well, not to consume more. What?
I'm going to talk some shit. I'm going to get drunk and talk shit.
We're going to get drunk and talk. That is the point. But my point is like, I've never done this before, like a whiskey tasting.
Have you not?
No, I've never done a whiskey tasting.
Do you even like whiskey, Travis? Be honest.
I do.
Right.
But I like bourbon. But that's because I'm American.
Yeah, bourbon's for simple Americans.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for people that lack a certain culture.
It is. That's all right, though. He's trying to open up the... He can't get the bottles out of the foam padding.
We need a bit of water, though. We need to bring out the flavor, Travis.
Oh, is that what we need? Oh, shoot. I got bubbly water, which is probably not what
it's probably a little bit uncultured to add bubbly water. Can I rip this open?
Yeah. You can rip it open.
All right, we're going to take it's almost tea bag, isn't it? If you pronounce that word, it's almost tea bag, isn't it? It's tea and then
it's tea with like an accent over the E. And then So what I was going to do...
Go on then.
Was pour a little for you, a little for me.
Oh, let's do it.
And then we don't have to have the whole... I mean, it's only an airline bottle. What is that, 40 milliliters? So no, what is this?
Yeah.
5 centiliters. Americans, I have no idea. It's an airline bottle.
So a centiliter is 10 milliliters. So if it's 5 centiliters,
yeah, Dan,
it's 50
that means
milliliters.
How many ounces is this? This is like a 4-ounce bottle, I think.
I don't think in ounces. I don't think I ever thought in ounces,
yeah,
even though we have the imperial system.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So
I think we always think liters, right? But no, is it a pint? Is it a pint?
A pint. Yeah.
I was shocked when I went to America for the first time and I ordered a pint.
And they
gave me this shitty little fucking baby pint. And I was like, give me a fucking pint.
Is it really? Is a pint in America smaller than a pint in the UK?
It's bullshit, man.
Not the pints I drink.
It's because for decades you haven't been able to handle your liquor.
A pint is like 12 ounces. Right. A pint is like 12 ounces. In the UK, I don't know what it is,
okay, but a pint should be a pint. A pint should just be one measure.
You might feel that.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not 2 types of centimeters. There's just 1 type of centimeter. Okay.
Let's so what I was thinking is no water. We'll just drink them.
We'll drink it.
We'll
just drink it.
But that's what I'm saying. We'll do a little.
All right. Should we snort it as well?
No, I don't think we should. I think we should. Okay. All right. So this is the tea bag.
All right. It's the tea bag. The tea bag.
No idea how to pronounce.
It could be good. We don't know. How is your whiskey palate though, Travis?
It's non-existent. This is the whole reason I'm doing this stuff, so I can make myself a better person.
I don't think it's going to make you a better person.
You think I should just pour half the bottle? No, I'll just...
But your wife had a good idea recently. She mentioned about a wine tasting that you can do that I'd never heard of. And basically,
don't go crazy if we got to go back, you know. I don't think I did half of it.
Go back to what?
I don't know. Go back and retaste it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's leave ourselves a wee dram, just in case.
All right, there we go.
Damn,
let me finish my sentence because I hadn't heard of this. Is where you do a blind tasting wine party.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was 5 different bottles, whereby each of them is differs massively in value. So you get like a really cheap bottle, a slightly more expensive one, and then you get like at the top of the range, you get like a really, really nice bottle. And then you do a blind tasting, and if people are like, oh, I really like this one, and it turns out to be the cheapest one, then it turns out that you don't have to spend much on wine to enjoy it because your palate isn't that good. And you can really save a lot of money because it does, it's the same enjoyment. You know? Cheers, Travis.
Prost. No, I agree with you. We should do that.
Are you going to sniff it first?
Is that what you're supposed to? Have you done a whiskey tasting ever? Well, I guess I watched a guy. We should not call it whiskey. We should call it Scotch, right? They're all Scotches, right?
They call them a malt.
Well,
they call them malt in Scotland, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they don't call it Scotch.
Really?
They call it a malt.
Oh, man, see.
But I watched a YouTube video once on a guy who worked in a distillery, and he'd found a 50-year-old of his own Scotch, and he did the whole tasting. And first of all, he said that swilling it like wine is pointless because it doesn't need to be aired at all. It's already at an alcohol percentage that doesn't need to be aired. Like wine is below that.
I literally have no idea what you're talking. Like he's saying obviously you don't need to decant it.
You don't need to decant it. You don't need to swirl it like you do with wine.
Yeah.
He said that's a major no. It's a pointless thing to do. And you get it. You stick your nose right in there, and you give it a good smell. I generally like all whiskey smells.
I mean, so I should preface this by my favorite whiskey is Breckenridge. I told you that. I've told you this. Breckenridge bourbon whiskey.
All right, okay.
From Breckenridge, Colorado.
All right, okay.
Like, I can drink a whole bottle of it. Like it's just
Breckenridge.
So
okay.
You can't get it over here. You can't get it.
Can you get it at the?
No, I can't. Okay. No, I can't get it with my connections. No.
All right, your connections.
My connections.
Your American.
But I bet you we can. So we have a shop in Regensburg that does like whiskeys and tequilas and gins, etc. Yeah, the Whiskey Pros.
Yeah. I've never been in there actually.
It's good, but I would have to probably ask them. They said they can get me Pappy Van Winkle. Have you ever heard of that?
Are they going to charge you over the top prices for it?
Yes. They charge over the top prices for everything.
They do anyway. Okay,
but they have like hard to find.
Are we going to do a tasting there one day? Should we do it?
Yeah. It's like €65. 65 euros.
The problem is with the tasting, is just that like the first few you really get a taste of, but then after you're drunk, you're like, don't give me the good stuff now. Do you know what I mean? We're about to try I feel like we should go backwards from the 21-year-old because this obviously should be the best one of the thing.
Okay, well, hold on. We should say what we think about this particular. I wish I hadn't have filled my cup up so large with it.
Okay,
we only have an airline bottle.
Yes,
but I wish I had poured like a single sip.
Yeah,
because
so it's a 5cl, which as described is 50 milliliters, which is 5% of a liter.
Yeah, but it's like a 4-ounce bottle. It's one of the 4-ounce bottles. But my point is, what's the alcohol on it? 40%.
It's 40%.
So 80 proof. So 80 proof. So yeah, I mean, it's not rot gut. Like it's not.
I'm gonna say it's all right. I mean, it's
yeah.
Do you want to start with the best one now? Should we just start with the best one, or
no? We should work our way up. But
you don't understand my point. Like as long as
yeah,
I know. But your taste buds disappear with So what I'm saying is that we try the best one first because then we get the better taste, right?
All right, hold on. So that was me opening a fizzy water. Hold on.
I don't think
I was just gonna clean our glasses out with a little fizz.
All right, then.
But so I gotta be honest. I can get drunk off this, but I'm not. Are you gonna drink that whole thing? It's just to clean your glass out, buddy.
I'm just.
You're gonna have to take breaks and go pee now. Like, calm yourself.
But I got a button here to turn off the microphone, so I can do that any time.
Well, no, you're gonna go to the actual.
Also, I'm a
bathroom.
grown up, so I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Thanks, man. I don't want to point out that Travis's kids are in the other room, but they're still awake.
They are.
But
I should point out.
I haven't heard them. Yeah. We haven't, unfortunately, got the money for a
babysitting
podcast office yet. But as soon as
we're literally in my guest room.
Fuck the kids, exactly. they're not going to be a problem. They're going to be someone else's problem. All right.
This is the tea bag. Literally, we're just going to call it that now. So I think it had a rubber taste to it. I'm going to be honest. It was a little rubbery.
What did you get from sniffing it?
Nothing. I got nothing.
You really got to stick your nose in there, Trav. You gotta be
it tasted like alcohol.
It tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it smells like Scotch.
So better than what a hobo would drink.
Yeah.
You know, something. I mean, a hobo is buying the cheapest gin possible. It doesn't even say how old it is.
Yeah,
now, why do they not? I read once that you can do a tour in many distilleries. Am I using the right word? Distilleries?
It's a distillery. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Because my wife got me this book called The 101 Best Whiskies to Try Before You Die.
Yeah.
And it's not the 101 most expensive whiskies, or it was just a list of whiskies that he had tried and he wanted to put in a book, and and then he rated them, and then you have this part at the bottom of the page to rate it yourself and give a little evaluation and so on. And one of the things he mentioned about doing, literally going to any old distillery in Scotland, is that you can get a tour for about £10, which is nothing. And on the tour, they let you try a whiskey that is, say, 4 or 5 years old, just to show you how it just isn't ready yet. That's how long it takes to make a proper malt. That 5 years is not enough. You know, you can make vodka in a day or two or a week.
Well, we're going to find out
Gin.
at some point.
Are we going to make vodka?
I think
in the bath.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you, but yes,
go on.
I think we will. Oh, okay. So I was on Amazon the other day and I found pot stills, and not like your brother-in-law Marlon.
It's not his name, but it's okay. You're not good with names, Chance.
I'm so bad.
Marlon is his name now. It's just Americans just going, that doesn't sound right. I'll make a different name that sounds American. It's Marlon. Yeah. How about Biff? I would like to hear if anybody out there thinks it makes sense to go for the best whiskey of the mini pack first.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. But don't you think if you do a tasting that they'll just only give you good whiskeys? Like, that's why you're paying like 60 to 80 euros.
Yeah, but you're paying for the presentation as well. Because we walked past that one evening and I saw them doing it. Or at least I saw the whiskey, but there's two brothers and their shop is called Whiskey Brothers. But they hire a guy, which is weird, right? Wouldn't you do that yourself?
Yeah, and they do it in German. That's another reason I can't go by myself.
They would do it in English. They would do it in English.
No,
it's not Chinese, man. They would be able to do it in English.
They could.
I'm going to open the McNamara.
But we would have to get all English speakers to go with us.
McNamara is a very easily pronounced name.
We can handle that.
We can handle this?
I mean, in the sense of like the name. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not like the other one. The tea bag. I've got to be. So what did you think of the tea bag?
It was all right.
Okay.
I go through stages where I drink a lot of alcohol, and in those stages, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? Not in the morning or anything. I never actually drink until my kids.
You're talking like a monthly is the period of time.
I'm saying the unit intake is not good.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but only once the kids are in bed. I don't have an issue in the day. Yeah. That's a podcast for another day.
I think we should move on because I don't want to talk about alcoholism.
You don't want to? Okay. You know, we can talk about it.
I mean, yeah. All right. So we should point out that this is not spelled McNamara, like a proper name. It's called Mac. No,
yeah, I don't think anybody was assuming the first word was Mac and the second word was Namara.
Yeah,
although that's a cool name, man. Namara.
Yeah, but it's not. It's Namara. It's literally 3 different words.
It's not. It's McNamara.
No, look, see, capital N, capital M.
That's just how you write McNamara. There's a Mac anything. It's like
No,
it's like Van Sant in
capital
Dutch.
M. It's 3 words.
Yeah, but all of the letters are capitalized, Travis.
Yeah, but the A and the C.
Did I pour water in there already?
No. But that's fizzy water.
I know, just a little drop. It brings out the flavor of the whiskey, you see.
Oh.
That's why you have the
all right,
drop.
I'm not going to pour as much because I'm super gun shy after the first one.
All right.
It was not.
Travis is a
super delicious.
It's a cheap drunk. Can I call you a cheap drunk? Is that?
I'm not an expensive drunk.
No, that was wrong to add bubbly water. I just want to point out right now that there should not be a bottle of bubbly water with our whiskey tasting. Okay.
Dude, this is what I got. This is why I said we should. All right. That also tastes like garbage. In case you're wondering.
Oh man, no.
Bubbly water
just
or no
to be
bubbly
clear
water.
that we are looking for sponsors.
Yeah, if you make a good whiskey, Scotch, bourbon, etc.
How much did the case cost? How much?
I have no idea. My wife bought me this. This was my Christmas present. You're welcome.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's going to feel bad when she hears this podcast because she's going to be like, apparently I bought you shit. I'm like, yeah.
You did. You bought him shit whiskey.
Yeah.
There we go.
No,
I'm not going to agree with you there,
this
Tony.
was a good
We've
idea.
only tried 2 of the 5 whiskeys, and we are building up from the worst ones. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good point. That's a good point. And it is.
Is it all the same company? Is this what it is?
I don't know.
We should not be adding fizzy water to our thing.
Well, that's why I said we should just taste them straight, just for the sake of tasting.
So I just want to say what it says about the teabag connoisseurs unchill filtered Teabag. Check weg, ein kleiner Schluck, frisch mit feiner Zitrusnote, gute Fühle, sanft mit einem Hauch von Torf. I'm not sure what Torf is. I was about to translate that, but am Gaumen leicht cremig.
Oh, I know what Gaumen is. Gaumen's taste.
Is it?
Yeah, Gaumen. It's like it actually translates literally to gum.
Yeah, gum. Yeah.
But it's referring to your taste buds.
Am Gaumen leicht cremig, nach Toffee schmeckend, mit leichter Süße und delikate Torfnote. Well,
that also I'm not impressed
I think any whiskey can claim to have citrus notes.
Yeah. And caramel.
Good feelings. Then you're just writing bullshit.
Yeah.
And what is? Can we Google what torf is, please? Can we do that? Is it allowed? Peat.
Turf.
Okay.
Torf
No,
is turf.
peat. Then it's got to be peat. What I'm talking about.
But I bet you. No. I bet you. It's
I don't
turf.
think that was peaty at all, though.
I bet you it's
einem
turf.
Hauch nach von Torf. I really was looking forward to showing off my German there, but I realized halfway through that I didn't understand a couple of words, and now I feel embarrassed.
You did read it. That was cool. No, peat. Torf is peat. Yeah.
Peat, of course, but I didn't get that feeling.
No, I got mostly rubber.
You got...
Like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's ever meant to. I mean, they could
Do you
be
want me to
honest.
go get a condom and you can sniff it? It literally smells like a condom.
Are they flavored condoms?
No, they're like regular old like condoms.
I don't use condoms anymore because I
know
had the
you
snip.
get snip.
Just-
You better
it's
hope
just-
nobody listens to this.
Oh, come on. It's going to get much smuttier, Travis. You knew this. You knew
This was the whole point of this entire operation.
We got to have our USP. The USP is going to be smuttiness.
USP? What's a USP?
I've told you 17 times, Jared. The unique selling point of this podcast has to be smuttiness, okay? It cannot be, because we're not whiskey connoisseurs. We're not, all right?
Yeah. Have you
I'm doing a dry month at the moment, which isn't going well, obviously. We literally decided, by me and my wife, to do a dry month, dry February. For those of you who don't know what that means, it just means to not drink alcohol.
I believe it's dry-annuary. And
dry January is the most popular one because of the opulence
holidays,
and the holidays beforehand, and it's the easiest and best reason to give up alcohol for a while. But
you're trying February.
Yeah. I even wrote an article, which I haven't published yet, about mindful drinking, which is something I've been learning about recently. Mindfulness with drinking. You can apply mindfulness to pretty much anything.
We're like in it. We're in the mindful state right now.
Do you think?
Have you ever been so mindful where you've decided to talk into a goddamn microphone?
Am I not talking to the microphone?
No. I'm saying, like, have you ever been this mindful about your drinking? Like, think about
my
what
wife hates it. Yeah,
Think about what we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah, but this makes it so much more important. Like, if you're mindful about the drinking, you can enjoy it, and also then, if you're not getting drunk or drinking every day, you can really enjoy the alcohol when you do drink it. You get a nice buzz.
Yeah,
that's what I've noticed when you do just stop drinking, and then you can invest a little bit more money into the alcohol. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of benefits to mindful drinking, which I'm going to discuss at some point because
that'll be another
day.
I need you to.
Are we gonna publish this one, Travis?
No, well, I told you we're gonna break it down. See if we don't get 10 minutes of like some sort of quality.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be smutty.
That's okay. That's okay. So far, I think we're doing pretty good.
All right. What do you think about this whiskey?
It's where I really need to. I need to emphasize, like, we're just two dudes in a guest room.
Yes.
Drinking alcohol, talking into microphone.
Yes, exactly. And I never use the word dudes ever.
No.
I'm gonna read the label now.
Okay.
I can't. It made it too small. The writing on it. Travis, you cannot read that. But
Let's see.
Have you got a magnifying glass? They literally printed that so small that you can't read it.
No, it's not in English. It's in Gaelic.
Is this the Gaelic one?
Yeah.
So I want to just, off the bat, just say I regret adding fizzy water to my whiskey there.
They're going to claim that that's the reason, but no, it's just garbage.
The water or the whiskey?
The whiskey.
They're not going to go well, Travis, if you say that all of them are garbage.
Don't worry,
we're never going to get any sponsors, okay? We are looking for sponsors, by the way.
We'll just edit it out.
And
McNamara.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm literally Googling it as we talk.
All right, go on. Tell me something about McNamara.
No, I'm just Googling it. It looks like they have some decent bottles out there, right? So we
but we're talking about the bottle we're drinking right now.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You want to go into the third one?
Yeah, let's get this party started.
All right, but when we next do a whiskey tasting, Travis, we're starting with the best one. Do you agree?
All right.
All right, then. Do you want to do the honors?
I mostly want to do the best one now because I'm sick of drinking stuff that I don't like. So.
Yes. Well. No.
Okay, so this is 8 years blended malt Scotch whiskey, POIT DHUBH. I don't know how to. Oh, and this is also a Gaelic whiskey. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and this is unfiltered, I guess. I don't know. I thought. Here, all right, we'll give it a shot.
Are we adding water?
I'm not going to add water, Dan.
It brings out the flavor. It's not about watering it down. It's about bringing out the flavor.
Well, I don't have water. I don't have non-fizzy water.
We're in a flat that doesn't have water. We're living in the Stone Age.
Literally do not. I don't have next time I'll get non-fizzy water for us. Stiel.
We're going to do this. We're going to come back to it, though. Is that what you wanted to do?
What's that?
Well, we're getting less and less. I've noticed the first one here. We barely left anything left in this.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
That was a mistake. Now, I know.
Now I'm a little gun shy.
Cheers.
Okay,
Anyway, cheers. You got to look me in the eye, Travis. We're in Japan.
No, I told you Americans don't look each other in the eye when we cheers.
Do you not do that?
No, Dan, I told you Americans do not look each other. Have you not noticed that?
You can. What is it? You don't? You intentionally don't?
I want to make sure you don't roofie me.
Do you know why they originally clinked?
Huh?
The clinking originally.
No, it's Roman, isn't it?
It's because of the spies.
Well, is the spy got to do with
if you, and obviously it wouldn't work with a tiny sort of measure of whiskey in a big old tumbler glass. But think about back then, if you're both drinking a nice big glass of wine each, and you clink it. Yeah. Then you're going to spread some of your drink into theirs or vice versa, and you can't control it. So if you've poisoned their drink,
got it.
You're going to be poisoned. And that was a way for spies back then to not be killed. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that is different.
You like that?
It's a little more aggressive. It's a little more fiery on the back of my mouth. And then it's a
bit more potent. I love that. I love that about whiskey, though. That it has this sort of potency that other alcohols don't have. Any alcohol can be strong and make you wince, but
I'm not going to say it's smooth. It's not smooth.
Do you like smooth though?
Yeah.
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 I tell you what's wrong with smooth is you can drink it easily.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I like smooth. I can drink it easily. Now this one, it's not smooth. It's got some fire to it, right?
I like the opposite of smooth with whiskey. So I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we'll.
Well, because this is the harshness of the country.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we're losing focus.
Okay.
So this is the 8-year. By the way. So between the McNamara and the Teabag and this one, I like this one the most.
This one's it's going uphill. It's going uphill.
No,
we knew that. I think we knew that, right?
But my point is, I see what the other two were attempting, and this one brings it out. So remember I was talking about the rubbery flavor?
You did, yeah. I don't think that's a positive in any way.
This one is now much more oaky, much more wood.
That's a good one.
But you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is it still has a bit of that same flavor, but it's changing into much more oak, much more wood. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's got some taste to it, right? The first two were just sort of alcoholic whiskeys sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm liking this. We're gonna move on to the 12 one. All right, I'm taking out the Poit Dube blended Scotch malts whiskey, 12 years.
No.
Can I do the honors of
Yeah.
opening this? I feel
Make it
like
happen.
we are on an airplane.
It is. We're like on an airplane. I'll agree with you. Yeah.
Here we go.
You know what you haven't said tonight?
Go on.
Lovely. You haven't
Lovely.
said lovely yet tonight.
Lovely. I haven't got there with the whiskey. I'm going to give this a good sniff.
All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to drink more of it, since in theory it'll taste better. Here's the bottle
I think
for
I'm
you.
going to have to... what should I
You
put?
got the cap.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
All right.
So
I'm
this
gonna
is
give
the
this is the 12 year.
year.
Think about what you were doing 12 years
Oh,
ago,
yeah,
Travis.
yeah.
What were you doing 12 years ago?
Oh, you can barely smell this one. It's not nearly as potent as the first two. It's a little.
It's improved.
Oh, see, that's way better. It's got like that minty toothpaste thing where it like hits your tongue and it like sticks around for a little while. Is that a thing? Like, do you understand what I said? You know how when you brush your teeth and then you're done, you still a little mint on your...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it
I don't
around.
have minty toothpaste, though. I have... But I know what you mean.
What the
I
fuck
know what
are
you
we
mean.
doing? We're talking about toothpaste.
This is exactly what we should be talking about. Whatever it makes you feel, man. If it makes you feel like toothpaste, makes you feel like go to bed. You're like, I want to go. All right.
Yeah. It's good. I like this one. I like this one more than the other three. This one's like quality. I could drink the whole bottle of this for sure.
You drink the whole bottle of this?
Yeah, I could drink a whole bottle of this.
That's good stuff. That's good.
I mean, airline bottle, not like a...
That's worth pointing out, Travis. Yeah.
I could probably drink a whole regular bottle of it, but last time I drank a whole bottle of bourbon, I could barely stand. So
No one can stand after a bottle. If you can, then you're gonna die soon. Because
oh
you
man,
just
no! Like
gotten used to.
I remember, like
too much.
I'll never forget it. I was
It's not bad.
I was in the backyard. I was in my backyard in the States, in Washington D.C., and I was drinking a bottle of Breckenridge, and I called my wife and I was like, "Hey," or I texted her because she was at work at the hospital,
Right.
And I texted her and I was like, "Hey, I'm halfway through a bottle of bourbon." She was like, "Oh my god, like." Don't kill yourself. And I was like, no, I'm just playing with fire. Like, it's okay.
You had a fire going?
I did, because, I built an outside fireplace. So
Are you doing s'mores?
No.
All right, okay.
No. I'm not 12.
All right.
I was drinking bourbon. That's like...
Yeah, but I had s'mores for the first time a year and a half ago in the States, and I was like, this is damn delicious.
It
With
is.
those Hershey chocolates, which apparently is no good, but with s'mores is delicious.
Yeah. But, so... So anyway, I'm sitting there, and I think by the end of the evening, I just texted her like inappropriate sexual text. But yeah, and she got home, and I could barely stand. And
Did you barely
she had
stand?
to like help me up the stairs and into bed. Yeah.
Did she give you a hand job at least?
Dan, I could barely stand. There wasn't anything going on there.
You know when you're really drunk, but you still try to have a wank, and then you're like, "This is not working." You know, this is not working.
No, Dan, I don't have
I know
that
what it's
problem.
like. I do. And then I had to fucking sweat all the fucking time.
All right, wait. You're moving on 21. Wait.
Whoa,
What?
sorry.
haven't
I'm
finished
doing.
at
There's no longer mindful drinking.
problem is-
Let me just mention that with mindful drinking, you've got to plan ahead. So you got to be like, I'm going to drink 3 drinks tonight, 3 beers or
Yeah.
whatever, and stick to it. Stick to it rigidly. Okay.
Well,
Because
we
as soon
agreed-
as you
yeah.
stop thinking, you start drinking.
Which you were doing.
Coin that phrase.
You were
Plan.
you were literally stopping to.
I literally
Yeah.
was opening
You were just
the
opening
5th
the bottle.
and
You were
last bottle.
just gonna be like,
I just want to mention that we've still got the 5 minis here,
Yeah.
all in different measurements, but we didn't down them half each sort of thing. So there are little bits left.
Well, I don't think I'll ever have the tea bag or the McNamara
Are you
again.
going to throw away? Well, I don't think
I'll
you
feed
should.
it to my parakeet. I don't have.
You do have a very.
I don't have an animal. No, I'm not quite sure
Can I open the? I'll let you do it. Come on, this is your birthday.
Well,
This is your Christmas. Sorry. He's taking his time.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to go back to the.
Yeah.
While Travis takes his time on that, I'm going to go back to the 12. No, you know what? I'm gonna do the honourable thing and go back to the tea bag and give it give it a second try. I mean, I think we've got to stop dissing the tea bagging. I'm getting the rubberiness now. There's something like they've just added rubber.
It's. I mean, right? Like it's there, right?
Like if you don't care and you're just gonna make a whiskey.
This is what. This brings us full circle.
Right, go on.
If I was gonna make a cocktail,
right,
I'd do it with the tea bag.
No. Why would you do that? I don't agree with this at all.
Because I can cover up the harshness with some.
No, but you're still ruining the cocktail. No, you're still ruining the cocktail. And first of all,
I'm not going to do it with a 12-year-old. The 12-year-old was delicious.
Well, wait a second. How many cocktails would you do with the single malt anyway, or a blended? Do you know?
A Scotch.
A Scotch, yeah. I'm not talking about JD and Coke. I'm not talking about a long drink. I don't care for those anyway. I do. I drink most. What am I talking about?
I don't know. I mean, because I wouldn't. I'd use just a Irish whiskey or bourbon.
An old fashioned. Would you make an old fashioned with a Scotch?
Yeah, I could. I could do that.
Right.
I mean, the problem
is like we're gonna make one of those sometime. Okay?
A godmother, godfather, which is amaretto and whiskey or amaretto. You can do a French connection, which is amaretto and cognac or amaretto and brandy. That's the one you got to be careful of because you can really taste the.
This is awful. This really is awful.
It's so awful.
I don't like to waste alcohol though. I just want to point out while Travis has been he's not done some recently, but taking the cocktails on his website recipes, and then he started taking pictures and making cocktails. So you had a whole.
I had a setup
here with proper lighting for taking photos and so on, and then you were making all kinds of cocktails and taking photos. But you weren't drinking the cocktails.
It wasn't drinking, and I was using real alcohol.
You were drinking. Of course you were using real. Yeah.
But I was because that's
which hurts.
It does. Oh, I mean, I threw bottles and bottles of alcohol away, so many bottles, because I just make it, take the picture, and then
I'm gonna have some water.
Yeah, you're gonna need it after that nonsense. I would shoot the picture, and then, I'd do 3 or 4 double helpings a night. So each picture was a double.
Right.
So if I did a Vesper or a White Lady or something, it'd be a double of that. And so you can't drink that much, and you'd start making sloppy mistakes.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. I get that. Yeah. You would just mixing whatever.
You would, and you'd be like, good enough, click, and then you'd go back and look at the photo, and it'd be garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I regret doing that. I feel like I drank it just because it was there.
Yeah.
Which is a common thing. It's a common thing. You drink it because it's there. I recently put all of my good liquor down into the basement just to get it out of the way, so I just stopped drinking it.
Did you put my liquor that I gave you into the basement? And
not mixer liquors, not like the Kahlua stuff. I didn't put. I would never drink Kahlua on its own, even though it's nice.
Nice.
It is nice, but it's not. Then I'm getting a little desperate. It's like drinking Baileys. Baileys is nice. It is nice, but
I like mixing it though. You're right.
I like mixing it.
I don't think I'd drink it by itself just for fun.
We hosted a cocktail party a few weeks ago now. Maybe 5 weeks ago.
Like a month ago.
Yeah. And one of the cocktails we had prepared was the Toblerone, and that was delicious and sweet, but delicious.
Yeah, but people came back for that one.
They did.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Are we doing the last one? I'll let you do the honors. Come on, Travis.
Here we go.
We're a bit stuffy. Can you notice that? I feel like having the microphone here makes me a little self-conscious.
Sorry, I got a little on my...
It's okay. It's not jizz, Travis. If it was jizz, I would be like, that's disgusting.
I feel like I need to drink 3/4 of this bottle because this one's not going to be shit.
I like your thought process there.
I regret drinking so much of the first one.
You did drink most of it. Could I? Is that half a bottle?
Go for it.
Yeah. Here we go. I'll finish off. Yeah. So this is the first bottle, the first mini that we're going to just finish off.
So this is the 21 year.
All right, look me in the eye, Travis. You can look me in the eye. There we go.
I feel awkward about that.
You feel awkward?
I totally feel awkward about that. Yeah. Okay, so this is the
OCD thing or
autism
thing.
All
right, go on.
Doob. I don't know.
The same as the last two.
Yeah,
the 8-year-old, the 12-year-old, and we are on the 21-year-old. It's pretty mild.
Yeah, you can barely taste.
It's mild
or
as fuck.
smell.
I'm not getting any peatiness. Let me just look for the word peaty.
Oh, peaty. That's not a fucking word.
Ein kraftvoller, runder Eindruck. So kraftvoll is strong, round impression. Süße Nase. Do you know what? You can just write any old shit about whiskey. I mean, if it's peaty, it's peaty. You know it's peaty. Okay, yeah. It's I don't know.
Well, maybe by peaty they mean.
But it didn't say peaty because peaty is Torf. Oh wait. It does say im Duft eine sanfte Verführung durch Vanille, Eiche und Torf.
So vanilla.
So exactly.
What's the icon?
Eiche is oak.
Oak. Okay.
And Torf is peat.
Okay. I taste the oak is there.
So am Gaumen reichlich torfig mit rauchigen Tönen. So again saying that it's peaty on the gums, but also smoky
the
tones.
Taste, a peat taste. Don't think Gaumen is taste. Yeah.
So this is bullshit, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
first of all, it's not peaty at all. It's mild as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I think peaty is you can associate peaty with some strength, some sort of roughness. You know, like the harshness that can come from.
That was the 8-year. The 8-year was like boom.
Sherry hot. So it was made in a sherry barrel. But it's saying
like
smoky. So I'm gonna try this again. I feel like we've. I think we hit the jackpot. If we could say the jackpot of the evening was with the 12-year-old, right?
Cost, like value for...
Oh, that would be good to know. What would be the difference in cost, right?
Well, the 12-year-old is by far the best, I would assume, value. But the 21-year-old is by far the smoothest, right?
It's smooth, but
let's be honest, I could drink the whole bottle. I could drink an entire bottle of this.
Could you? No.
It's just like water. Like, delicious water.
Am I wrong? I'm a bit stuffy today, so I'm not getting the full... I'm not...
It's super citrusy. There's tons of like citrus in it. There's
usually I love to inhale whiskey.
Yeah,
just
I mean, this is delicious. I wish we hadn't had the first two. If we'd just thrown those away, we'd have been better off.
Yeah, fuck you, teabag.
Yeah, be in touch with her. No.
I'm not getting too much from this one. I really have to go back to the 12-year-old. That was nice.
The 12-year-old was good, and I didn't mind the 8, but I'm worried that I didn't mind the 8 because the first two were so shitty, you know.
That is true. Contrast does actually play a factor.
Yeah.
If you were to drink,
this 21-year-old is very good. So my buddy Paul, he did it with Johnny Walker.
Okay.
And he did red, black, and blue, and he said you could definitely taste the difference.
Okay.
Like as
which
you
one's
went
the
up,
best?
the blue. The blue is by far
What's
the
the
best.
worst?
The red.
Okay.
Goes red, green, black, double black, blue, I think.
Okay.
I only know that because I've added it to the website.
All right. So I'm drinking the 8-year-old now.
Yeah.
Travis is drinking
the 12.
The rest of the 12.
And
I don't know who's going to drink the McNamara. It's better than rubber. It's better than rubber, but
not by much.
I'm going to drink the McNamara. By the way, that's it. By the way, just to let you know, that's it. We have just. I'm finishing off the last of the tasters. There we go. That was it.
And I only regret 2 of the 5.
You only regret. Don't live with regrets, Travis.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The first 2, they got us a nice little buzz going.
They got the buzz, yeah. And then they were like, yeah, this was...
And thank God we didn't need to... Well, you are. But thank God I didn't need to finish them.
I don't need to finish it. I just feel like I'm already drunk and...
I can't,
the progression is to keep drinking. So it doesn't make sense. It's not logic here. There's no logic involved.
I can't believe, so when I think about like alcohol, I think about bottles.
Right.
And I see 5 airline bottles.
Airline-sized bottles, right.
There's no way I'm getting drunk off this. And then we drink it, and I drink half.
What is it? So we've got 5 CL times 5. Now 5 CL is the same as 50 milliliters because it's 10 times. So 50 milliliters times 5 is 250 milliliters. So from a 0.7 bottle perspective, this is a third of a bottle of whiskey between
That's
the two of
not
us.
a lot.
It's not a lot, but it's not. It's enough if you haven't drunk too much in recent times, which I haven't been the last 5 days. I did get wasted last weekend playing poker.
Yeah.
But not too wasted.
Not too wasted.
I tell you what, there were 2 nights last year where I really thought.
You've gone too far.
I questioned my life. Yeah, I did question. Yeah, I did. I mean,
like your decisions, your life decisions.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I meant. Yeah, not. I didn't want to kill. I've never wanted to kill myself.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
That's
man,
another
like,
podcast.
I was gonna say.
Call me on 0800. I don't give a fuck. Don't call me.
Yeah, don't call
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I question my choices when drinking. Like drinking a bottle of vodka.
This happened last year?
This happened last year. Last year. Which is why I told you, like, the 2 self-help books that I've never tried it in self-help before.
Oh, okay.
I've generally assumed I'm almost perfect.
Would you say they're self-help or self-improvement?
Ooh, I don't know.
I've read a lot of self-improvement books.
What's the difference?
Self-help is like, I got some problems, I need some help. Self-improvement is like, I want to make myself a better person.
Ooh. So Atomic Habits was definitely about self-improvement.
Yeah.
But mindful drinking is really when you realize I'm drinking way too much socially or even privately, but you're not a full-blown alcoholic. So they say at the very beginning, she says, like,
if you're reading this book, you clearly
have no, because there's 2. I mean, if you suffer from an addiction to the point where you're drinking in the day, in the morning, this isn't for you, then probably the only solution is teetotalism. And this whole book was about finding a way to enjoy drinking while not doing it excessively. So you are hangover 3 times a week. Yeah. So that's definitely self-help, right?
Yeah.
Or self-improvement. I
Self-improve.
suppose.
I think that's self-improvement.
Well, what's self-help? Name a self-help book. Were you depressed? Or?
Yeah, like you need the book to define a way to make yourself feel better. Not you've taken the information in the book to make yourself a better person. It sounds like mindful drinking is about making yourself a better person.
Right.
Not necessarily quitting alcohol because you're an alcoholic.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to give up smoking and you read a book on giving up smoking, that would be a self-help book.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah.
All right. And at the same self-improvement, but not necessarily a self-improvement isn't necessarily a self-help, right?
Yeah. Like a self-improvement is...
All right. Why did you bring up that topic? Did you bring up it because they're 2 different things? Like if you want to improve...
because you said self-help.
Right.
And I wanted to clarify because I've read a number of books that some people would classify as self-help. And I'm like, nah, you got to be careful because if you read a book and the intention is to expand your thoughts and
self-improvement.
Grow. Yeah, like there's one that I would consider a self-improvement, but it has nothing. He would claim that it's nothing to do with it. I think
that's true.
It's called Acquired Taste.
Okay,
and it's like he's talking about bespoke shoes and various cigars and vacation home, but it's more just expanding your mind to what exists in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was talking to my brother the other day because we're both going through a phase where he's doing some self-improvement stuff, and I can't remember the name of the book, which is really annoying me now, but it was all about how it's not about following your dreams. If you want to be successful in life, it's not about following your dreams. It's about finding out what you're good at and doing that.
Yeah.
I think there's a quote from Steve Jobs that he made like 20 years ago at Harvard or Stanford or something like that about like, you got to follow your dreams. And the guy that wrote the book was like, so it's actually your dreams are probably way out of reach. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want to be, if your dream is to be a sumo wrestler, for example, you're not going to be a sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
First of all, you're just going to get fat, you're going to get diabetes, you're going to die young, and that's going to happen if you become a sumo wrestler, or if you try to become one. Well, just to be clear, in the future, we basically are going to start making some cocktails, and we'll probably cut in between so that you don't hear us just making cocktails. That's nonsense. But we're going to try some different cocktails that we've got on the side. and describe them and get drunk. In that sense,
and then bullshit,
and then talk nonsense. Stick with us, by the way. We are going to improve, and I've got all kinds of anecdotes and silly information. We won't talk about teabagging again. It was just literally because the first bottle's called Tea Big.
Yeah,
and it's so close. It's so close to teabag.
Music by the Kevin Page Trio. Thank you for listening to Booze and Banter.